Good morning, everybody. It's Chuck. Welcome to your morning drive. Although I'm not driving, I'm sort of just sitting out enjoying the rain and this dreary Sunday, but you gotta enjoy what you can. I don't watch a lot of news, as everybody knows that's listening to any of my videos. I tend to just pick things up and look at things on the internet, because any news you listen to, you gotta give it a week before you get the true story. But, sometimes when you hear things, you're just going to comment on it. Like a lot of the stuff going on now I see on Facebook and I'm hearing about is I know it's to get back at his opponents, but President Trump says, well, these sanctuary cities don't care about having the immigrants. Let's just send everybody there. Send anybody they pick up that's an illegal immigrant or whatever to these sanctuary cities. And that's basically what it boils down to. And I'm like, well, why the hell not? That's what these cities want. They want to be sanctuary cities. They want to have the immigrants come in there so they can give them everything that they feel like they deserve to be an American citizen. But then when somebody says, hey, that's a good idea. Hey, we got all these people here just illegally come in the country. Guess what? We're going to send them to your city. It's like, whoa, no, we can't do that. So it's like, you picking and choosing who you want? Or is it not open to all illegal immigrants if you're a sanctuary city? I don't know, I just find that really interesting. You say you want the illegal immigrants, you're a sanctuary city, you'll take everybody, you'll do anything for anybody. That when somebody says, hey, we got these immigrants we're going to send you, it's like, ooh, wait. I just think it's interesting if somebody tries to call somebody's bluff on something like that, just, how it works out, and it makes an interesting news story. And once again, if it wasn't President Trump saying, let's do this, if it was anybody else like myself saying, hey, you got all these illegal immigrants over here, why don't you just take them up to this sanctuary city here? They'll take them. They probably would have. But since it's Trump, nobody wants to work with the man. And, as a citizen, I didn't vote for Trump. I didn't vote for Hillary. I didn't vote for either one of them because I didn't feel like either one of them was actually a good choice. But he is the president now, and there's a bunch of people out there that apparently voted for him. So I'm asking those people, stand up for your president that you elected. And then, another funny thing, I found this just highly amusing. How offended people get by MAGA hats, the Make America Great Again hats. I've seen a bunch of videos where people are going off about how that is so offensive, it's racist, it's this, it's that, it's putting me down. And once again, I guess it just has to be because it just has to do with Trump. I guess because they don't like Trump, they didn't want him in there. I really don't know. The man is there, as far as I can tell, trying to do what he thinks would be good to make America great again. And people are supporting him in that. So, look at it this way, people. If you see somebody wearing one of those red MAGA hats, Make America Great Again, let it go. Think, oh, he's an idiot. He's following Trump. If you really don't like Trump and you're really offended by what he has done, don't go jerk a hat off somebody's head. Don't go hit somebody in the face because they're wearing the hat of someone that you don't like. You don't see people, if I'm wearing a Tennessee Titan hat and I go to Kentucky or somewhere, I don't expect to get punched in the face. I might get somebody said, oh, look, he's a Tennessee Titan fan. You can get shit like that. But, people are getting violent about this. And it's like, if you don't like it, do something about it. Find a person that's running for president that you like, that you feel like supports your issues, and support that person and get them in there and get rid of Trump if that's what you don't want. Otherwise, let it go. The United States has turned into a large group of whining crybaby wussies that are offended by everything. I'm sure I'm probably offending somebody now because I shaved my head. I shaved the hair off my head, what I have left of it anyway. If you notice, I got a receding hairline. I shaved the hair off my head because I don't like fooling with it because it's going away anyway. I'm sure by being bald, maybe I look like a big dick to somebody. I don't know. That's what I look like walking around to somebody. So I'm sure that offends somebody. I don't let my beard grow out. in this natural way. I cut it. I'm sure that offends somebody. Now let's see if I can get one of my arms pulled up here. I have several tattoos. Not very good ones, but it's what I chose. And I'm sure that offends somebody. Nowadays, I could be walking through a parking lot, I think, especially being a white male in the United States. I can burp and somebody will want me to go to jail. Oh, that's the most offensive thing I've ever heard. Do you hear that man over there burp? People, get over it. I mean, it used to be, the thing I saw here just recently, after the United States got involved in World War I, we had 18-year-old storming beaches, going out there getting killed, doing the thing. They come back home, they went back to their families, they started working again. Now, if somebody sees a kitten run over in the road, they got to have 2 weeks of therapy at 18 years old to be able to deal with it and go to school. Now, I'm overgeneralizing there because there is worse things that have happened, but people can't deal with anything anymore. And that's where our society has become wusses. Nobody wants to be punished for anything they do wrong. Nobody wants anybody to be punished for anything they do wrong. And then they wonder why people still do things wrong. Like when I went to school, if I got in trouble at school and I got paddled, whipped, whatever, put in detention at school, I knew I was getting it at home too. Now you get in trouble at school, the parents run down there. Oh, why did you get after little Johnny for doing this? He was just being a little boy, blah, 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 blah. Really? And then they wonder why when little Johnny turns 20 years old, he does some really cruel shit like what I just saw about this dude spraying gasoline on a cat in a container and lighting it on fire, then feeding its remains to his dogs. That child has obviously never had any discipline in his entire life, or he was really messed up in the head. Nobody ever done anything about it because nobody cares anymore. Teachers can't care because they have such an agenda of stuff they have to teach the class. They can't take the time to care. If you do find one that takes the time to care, they get in trouble with the school because they're taking time away from what they're supposed to be doing because they have such a set schedule. Police officers in the line of doing their job, they do something, everybody criticizes, everybody whips that phone out, starts recording, and of course they edit it to show just the bad stuff. Anything that happens anymore, that's all you ever see is the bad shit. They'll show 30 seconds worth of video to make somebody look like the most evil person in the world, but the 5 minutes before that showing them doing really nice things. That don't sell newspapers. That don't get people watching the news at 6 o'clock at night. That doesn't sell stories. That doesn't get more people watching you sensationalize. You got to sensationalize the bad stuff in the world. People, there's always been bad stuff in the world. Look at John F. Kennedy. He's probably known as one of the best presidents that we ever had. Everybody gets all upset because he was assassinated and everything, but he did a lot of the same shit presidents do now. It's just back then, the press didn't sensationalize that. He was the president of the United States. They looked up to him. They respected him. They said nice things about him. It's only been, in my later lifetime now that things have come out about what he did. He put an embargo against Cuba. But 2 days before that, he bought a whole bunch of Cuban cigars because they had Cuban cigars, and he knew he was going to do that, so he got them in there so he'd have them to smoke. Whole Marilyn Monroe thing. I'm not going to go into it all, but things have always happened, and now it's just sensationalized. It's all people want to hear. People are kind of hardened to it now. So it used to be, I remember when I was younger, somebody got shot. Everybody's like, oh God, somebody got shot. Did you hear about that? Do we need to go, what's going on over here? Do we need to go to this area? Oh man, it's just horrible. What are we going to do about this? Let's talk to the police. What can we do about this? Let's find out who this was. Let's get this fixed. Let's not have this happen no more. Now, just like what happened last night, there was a shooting here in Knoxville. You got people walking around the phones like I'm doing now, live on Facebook, trying to record anything they can. I'm like, really? There's active shooting going on and you're walking around trying to record everything and being the next target? Dumbasses. That's just my opinion. I hear shooting. Last thing I'm going to be doing is taking my phone out and running towards it, seeing what the hell happened. I'm going to be going the other way and hiding so I don't get shot. Stray bullets, you never know where they're going. It ain't going to be a target. But anyway, I'm just sort of on a rant today about stuff like that, because I think the general citizen in the United States is a dumbass and doesn't care anymore and doesn't do the right thing. A lot of things I don't do right too, but like I tell everybody, read about it. Just don't believe the first thing you hear on the news. Please do not believe the first thing you hear on the news. Let it get settled, research it, read about it from several places. Just don't turn the TV on just because the news said, hey, this just happened. It's the God honest truth. It's not. It's what they're wanting to try to tell you to get you to listen more until the full story actually comes out. And that's what's wrong with our society nowadays. The news media rules everything, and we believe everything they say. That's just like people that believe everything they read on Facebook. I'm sorry, but it's not always true. Everything I'm saying here that you're listening to now not be 100% right. I might got my facts wrong, and some of it is my opinion, but I'm open about that. I can get facts wrong. This is all my opinion. If you don't agree with it, tell me so. These are just my rants and what I'm putting out there, because I want you, everybody out there, to think about things for yourself, to do things for yourself, research things for yourself, and just don't believe the first thing you hear on the radio or the TV. Figure it out for yourself. Stop being cattle and following along with everything that's first said. But then again, I will say we do live in a great country. We do have a lot of freedoms here, because I have the freedom to make videos like this and put it up for people to hear. Go to other countries, I'd be put in jail for the stuff I say. But anyway, I hope everybody has a wonderful day.